Hey, is it working? I think it's working. My head is a bit chopped off. That's not cool. Oh dear. Okay. I think we're going to call that good. Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's been a few weeks. Actually, I don't even remember why things haven't worked out the past few weeks. But yes, welcome. And I hope that like your February was good. I don't know. Did we even meet once in February? I don't even know. But yeah, back. Still have braces. No rubber bands anymore in my braces, but I'm still gonna have braces. I think probably until the end of time. I mean, that's basically what the my gut instinct is at this point. So anyway, yeah, the uh, guess that is about it. Our weather is starting to turn around here. Not quite fishing weather yet, but we're getting close. I have not done any projects. I do have a plan to just make poor recordings, even if I'm just fiddling around. Like this is an Echo M5 Atom device, and it can be a voice assistant, kind of like Amazon Alexa. Hold on, let's see if I can. I haven't really fiddled. This is just a battery with a USB-C top on it. So if I let's plug that in, it should boot up. Yeah. Okay, I think it's booted up. I don't know how long it takes to boot up. It's just an ESP 8266 or ESP32 device, but I have like this thing. Hey, Rufus. No, not Rufus. Turn off the office lights. Yeah. Rufus, turn off the office lights. There we go. All right. So it is interesting. It's very quiet, and there's not like a direct way to add an external speaker, but it's a fun little device. And then I did Rufus is a programmed name that you had to use like Google machine learning to create like a file. But that was before I had said, hey, I'm going to start recording stuff. I think it'd be fun to put him inside like some little 3D printed animal and do that. Have I seen the Bluetooth security issues found in ESP32? I saw that there was a Bluetooth issue in chipsets in like a cajillion devices. I didn't know which devices it was. Somebody just actually sent a link to a group chat of mine. But yeah, the undocumented backdoor found on the Bluetooth. Oh yeah, the ESP32 chipset. Sure enough. Over 1 billion units as of 2023 contains a backdoor. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. The backdoor that may not really be a backdoor. Oh, I don't know. I didn't look into it. I mean, anything I've done with them are not internet facing, so I'm not. Of course, and if it's a Bluetooth security, it's if it's a Bluetooth issue, then it would be internet wouldn't be involved directly. I guess it would be Bluetooth compromised, but nonetheless, I'm not terribly concerned about it in my internal home automation, but that is a little bit unsettling to have like an access to my internal network. Maybe all my IoT stuff should be on its own subnet. It probably should be anyway, but I don't have my IoT stuff on its own subnet or anything like that. But I probably should. That's probably security best practice anyway, but nonetheless. And yeah, it's not the best news regardless. Any security flaws is obviously bad. And I didn't read the article actually. It's an article that somebody sent, but I don't know if it's something that's patchable. It looks like it might be right on the hardware. Is that the case? Like it's right in the, like it's a hardware weakness, possible backdoor. If it can't be patched, that's even more unsettling. But nonetheless, it is what it is. I mean, if somebody really wants to sneak, if somebody wanted to get into my network, there's a lot easier ways to go about it. The sale of the farm. So there's a showing. I think it might be going on right now. Hold on. Let's see. Sunday from 2:30 to 3:30. Yeah. So there's actually a showing going on right now. We did get an offer. It was a very low offer. Very, very low offer. So I mean, we can always counter. We're gonna see if the showing today produces an offer. I think before we respond to the offer that we got today. But we'll see what happens. If it'd be nice to have multiple offers like we did at one point, and then everything fell apart last time. So I'm not getting my hopes up at all. But with the weather improving, there's been more showings, and the people that made the offer, I know they're extremely interested in actually moving into the farm. They have a couple animals and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It'll assuming they're willing to negotiate a little bit, we'll probably sell it just again to get the thing over with. But anything that does have undocumented command screen vulnerability, it appears it's undocumented opcodes. Oh man, I'll tell you what. So the whole idea of undocumented opcodes, it's just one more thing. Why should all software and hardware be open source? This is why, right? And it's not just enough to have open, access to install software and firmware. If the actual hardware itself isn't open source, you still have potential for this kind of a thing. So yeah, it's frustrating. But people don't want to have open things because that makes, if everything is open like that, I guess it means that competition is able to take your hard work and make it cheaper, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a manufacturer. I'm not a finance guy. I'm just a nerd. Yeah. Yep. So, I don't know anything. Oh, my youngest daughter went to Canada with her friends over the weekend and just got back into the US. First of all, for some reason, I have just an irrational fear of leaving the country. I think I've seen too many 90s movies where, Sandra Bullock's The Net, and then the one where Tom Hanks gets stuck in an airport. Too many movies like that. But so I have this irrational fear of leaving the country, but my daughter left, and to go to Canada or Mexico from the US, obviously a passport will get you across, but if you're going by land or sea, you can also use an enhanced driver's license, which will not allow you to, travel there by plane, but again, by land or sea. If you have an enhanced driver's license, you can get back and forth across the border, even if you don't have a passport. The two of the three girls that went found out that they thought they had an enhanced driver's license, but they just had Real ID, which is a new thing that you have to have in order to get on a plane at all. But Real ID and enhanced license are different. And so a week before the trip, the two girls went to the Secretary of State and paid, they had to bring their birth certificate, and they paid to have their license changed to an enhanced license so they could legally get over the border. But when you get a license upgrade like that, they don't print the license out and give it to you. What they do is they have a big hole punch with the word void in it, and they chunk through your valid driver's license, and they just staple a paper on it that is basically your temporary, it's a receipt basically is all it is. Staple that to your voided out license, and then that is your legal documentation until your new one arrives in the mail. Well, there wasn't enough time for the new one to arrive in the mail because it takes 30 days. and so they had to go over the border and back with their old license, which was not enhanced, with the word void punched in it, and a piece of paper stapled to it that just said, you know, that they had a license coming in the mail kind of thing. So it was awkward, and we were a little bit worried, but they called the border patrol on both sides before they went, and they said, "No, you should be able to get through okay." And it's just unsettling. And so so yeah, they made it back. They had to wait there. It looked like they were at the border coming back into the U.S. for like a half an hour because they had to go through their papers, and it took a really long time because they didn't have just regular enhanced license. Oh, not every state has the enhanced option. Okay, that does make sense. I mean, you know, again, Michigan, we have there's at least, are there more than three? I don't know. There's at least three borders that I know of. You can go through Detroit, over the Ambassador Bridge, or through the tunnel, Port Huron, and then up in Sault Ste. Marie. I don't know if there's another one or not in Michigan, but yeah, plenty of options to get to Canada from Michigan. So it, you know, yeah, it does make sense. I assumed that all states would have that though, so that's interesting to know that all states have the enhanced option. Real ID, I know you definitely have to have, and I don't have mine yet. I have to get my real ID. And I don't have a passport, so I'll probably get the enhanced ID since I have to upgrade my license anyway. Why wouldn't I get the enhanced ID? But yeah, if I ever want to leave the country via plane, I'm gonna have to renew my passport. It expired during the pandemic, and getting it renewed was just a nightmare. Scott, I believe New York has enhanced licenses too. I don't know how many borders. Do you know how many border entries there are in New York to Canada? I honestly don't know. And there might be more than 3 in Michigan, but I think there's just the 3. I can't think of any others. Yeah, I can't think of any others. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, let's see. You don't have. Oh, you have a passport, Scott. Yeah, that would definitely do it. Yeah, I had a passport, but it expired, and then I think you can get it renewed like within a year after it expires. But I didn't do that either because it expired right when the pandemic started, and then, I mean, things were weird for a long time, and I just never did it. So mine and my wife's and my youngest daughter's passports all expired, so we have to get new passports. But since I have to get a real ID anyway, I'm just going to get the enhanced license, so at least I could drive into Canada if I wanted to. There's a street. That one side is Canada, one side is New York. Oh, that's fascinating. That's interesting. Yeah, my passport has expired in more than a year, so I gotta like start over from scratch. And I don't even remember all the documentation you need, but I remember it being a pain in the butt. And then, like I don't remember if I took my passport photo myself or if we did go somewhere, but I know it's like really, really weirdly specific about like how big and all the things about it. So anyway, yeah, I don't have plans to go anywhere out of the country except twice we've gone to Mexico, just to, you know, like Cancun area, or just for a reason, you know, stay in a resort for a week or whatever. Twice in our life. We did that for our honeymoon, which was on, we didn't get to take our honeymoon until, gosh, it was it 16 years after we had been married? I don't remember exactly. Probably about 16 years after we were married. We was when we were, first time we could take our honeymoon. We went to Mexico, and then our whole family went to Mexico once. So anyway, yeah, make sure my hair's green. I bet they'd give me a hard time about it. Yeah, the green hair, it did. It just grew out. I'm not saying I'll never do the green hair again. It just I don't even know why I stopped. I guess I just kind of got bored of it. Maybe I don't even know. I wasn't doing. I think I know what it was. I wasn't doing any. I haven't been doing anything YouTube wise, and that's where the green hair was really kind of fun. So, um, yeah, yeah. So anyway, green hair might happen again. We'll see. Let's see. Mine was for the Dominican Republic for our honeymoon in 20. That is so funny. Scott, yeah, we have similar sadnesses, I guess. Yeah, it was couldn't afford a honeymoon when we got married, so it took many years before we could. And you went to the Dominican Republic. I have friends in the Dominican Republic. I've never met. I spoke at one of their events online. Like I was live streamed. I was their first English speaking presenter, and yeah, that whole group of folks, they're just amazing. I hope it was fun for you. I everything I got from them made me want to visit the Dominican Republic, just because it seems very laid back, tropical, but nice. And yeah, so anyway, my brother had 3 passport pictures rejected. Whoa, that's interesting. Why was the passport picture rejected? Do you know the details? Because 3 pictures rejected. That's amazing. White Moose. Yeah, I mean, I could prove. I guess I could. I could prove that I'm anything. Oh, go to YouTube. I even have a Wikipedia page. That's got to be enough, right? Oh yeah. You know what? Realize my hair is my trademark, and I do not have green hair in my Wikipedia page entry, so I might as well not even exist with green hair. Hey Neil, how's it going? I'm doing well. Neil is my son-in-law, everyone. So yeah, we're talking. I don't know, Neil, if you just got here or if you were listening along, but yeah, we're talking about passports. Me, Mom, and Lizzie, our passports are all expired. But Lizzie made it back from Canada with her enhanced license temporary thing taped to her or stapled to her voided out regular license. So ice fishing, yeah, I don't want to go ice fishing. Not me, man. Not interested in ice fishing. Regular fishing though, yeah. And it's going to be in the 60s this week, I saw on a weather report somewhere. So one was because he had a camouflage t-shirt on and they said it was a military uniform. That's ridiculous. I can't remember the other 2. Yeah, that's dumb. I don't think you're allowed to smile. So friends of the family, they have an infant and they're going out of the country. Actually, it's Neil and my daughter's really close friends, and they of course had to get the infant a passport. Like, and I didn't know, but yeah, infants still need to have passports. And the baby smiled during the photo, and normally you're not allowed to smile in a passport photo, but they like couldn't tell the baby not to smile. So yeah, so the baby is smiling in their passport photo, and it was approved, I guess. So I mean, so that's good. Yeah. Lucky dude is the awesomest father-in-law. I don't know. I'm pretty lame in real life. Scott, how do you cook and clean ice? Yeah, I see. I'm just not interested in finding out. Jake, hello. Oh man, So in fact, I sent a picture of them to Neil when I got them. I've ordered over the winter. I've ordered like some fishing like tackle that I'm really excited to try, like NRV baits. I got an order of their creek bugs. They're like little soft plastic baits, and they arrived, and I just want to go fishing so bad. I have a bunch of one of my favorite fishing YouTubers is John Dalton on Creek Fishing Adventures, and he partnered up with a Michigan YouTuber, Fish Anything, I think it's mule fishing, like their tackle, mule fishing baits. And I have a new what is it, bluegrass bug that John Dalton and the mule fishing guy collaborated together, and I have a bunch of those I want to try, but it's just not, everything is still frozen, and I just really want it to not be frozen. So Are you going ice fishing, Neil? I know that that's, you don't hate ice fishing like I do. Uh, but I'm just curious. You use center spool reel or multiplier? I don't know what that means, Bite Moose. I use a spinning reel, like the kind that has like the wire bail on it, and it like spins. Like if you're holding the pole like this, it spins this way. I have I I will admit I want to try a bait casting reel. It's the kind where like this way, and you have to like hold it with your thumb, and it can get like a big bird's nest in there. But supposedly they are really great for casting light lures on light line, and they have a really high gear ratio usually, so it like reels in really fast. So I don't know. I do want to try it, the BFS, or bait finesse style or system or whatever it is. I do want to try that bait casting BFS, but it's kind of spendy to get started there, and I don't know. I, yeah. Oh, I missed a whole bunch here. Let's see. Fish preference. So I am a catch and release guy myself. Jake, I just I like fishing. So and if I'm fishing, I mean anything that bites, right? I think last summer probably I caught the most largemouth and smallmouth bass. That was what I caught the most of. I went so I got for my birthday in July, I got a pair of waders from Neil and my daughter, and then he took me trout fishing on a river, and we waded up the river for hours. And I caught a trout, doggone it, I did. Let it go, and that was the only fish we caught that day. It was a long day, but it was fun. Yeah, eating, I don't know. I generally just don't eat. I mean, if I had to pick a fish to eat, it would be a walleye or a perch. Those are my yellow perch and walleye, by far the tastiest fish that we catch, in the area here. I don't love trout; they're very fishy. I had trout in a restaurant once, and yeah, it just wasn't my favorite. I've never had bass. People say it's fishy tasting. I've never eaten a bass, if I'm being honest. Um, but I haven't caught and eaten fish in decades. Like since I was a kid, I used to catch like walleye with my uncle, and we would fillet and eat those. Now, honestly, there's so much. I have a lot of concern about like mercury in the fish, and you like catch them and there's like all sorts of parasites and stuff. I'm not into that. I just want to catch them and let them go. Yeah, it was a brook trout, and I took a picture with my phone, and my phone didn't record it, which was really sad. So there's no evidence that I actually caught a fish, but I did. Doggone it, I caught a brook trout. Yes, I did. And we do have sturgeon. I think somebody caught like a world record sturgeon here not long ago. We have. It's odd that we have sturgeon in the area, but we do. Yeah, Bite Moose, that's about it. It was like early. Like we had only been, so Neil and I had only been in the water for like 10 minutes. And I caught the trout, and we were like, oh, it is gonna be a good day of fishing. And then neither one of us got a bite the rest of the day. It was very depressing. I mean, still fun. It was still fun. But yeah, we were really excited because it was like 10 minutes in, caught a fish. I'm like, yep, it's going to be that kind of a day. And it was not that kind of a day. We even switched things up. I mean, I caught that on a tiny little rooster tail, but we switched up a whole bunch of other things. Neil even had some live bait. We just did not have any fun. Scott, I am positive that what I got was farm raised trout. I don't have a doubt in my mind. So that maybe if wild trout's not fishy, that probably is better tasting. So you're probably absolutely right there. I had it at a restaurant. It was probably like a Cracker Barrel or something. I don't know. But it was very fishy. I did not like it. I was surprised because I'm like, oh, trout's like it's trout, right? It's going to be amazing. And it was not amazing. it was just not amazing at all. So anyway, hold on, I'm missing. How am I missing? Next time, try and build up the swim before I start. Not always possible though. Build the swim up before I start. Not always. I'm not sure what you mean, Bite Moose. Before I start fishing, I don't know. I don't know. The two of us, we walked upstream so that like we didn't, because it was a very mucky bottom river that we went to, and so it would disturb the water, and then it would be, oh, chuck some bait in. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the only issue with that is it's a tiny river and we were walking it, so I mean, we couldn't have gotten up except for like maybe 5 yards up the river, and then it like meanders, and there was no way to get anywhere, and you had to crash through brush to even get to the river. So still, it was good, but yeah, we walked upstream because it was so mucky that as soon as you stepped in, like a cloud of mud like went downstream, and so we're like, because we were gonna go downstream at first, but we stepped in and we saw like, oh, well, now we've turned the entire river black from mud, so that's not going to work. So we turned and we walked upstream so that we didn't disturb the water before we got there. Still, it was a couple times that I didn't think I was going to make it through because it was so deep and so mucky that it'd sink up to my knees in the muck in the middle of the river. It was a little unsettling. So yeah, but we made it. It was fun, and yeah, and the fish I caught was not big enough to eat anyway. It was a little guy. I think that the river is kind of a small river, and while I'm sure there are some big fish in some of the places, the section we were on really looked to lend itself to smaller fish anyway, which was fine. I didn't mind catching small fish. I just wish you would have sucked some more. I wish we would have sucked. I was reading, not sucked some more, caught some more. It sucked that we didn't catch more, but I'll have to do it again. It did. It sucked my, and so the waders that they bought me, they're really nice Redington waders, and they're the kind with the stocking foot. They don't have like the built-in boot, which is the nicer way to go. I mean, that's a nicer quality wader, but I didn't have any wading boots, so I just had like water shoes. And they're a little bit small for fitting over, but I stretched those suckers on, and it worked. But yeah, when you sunk in the muck really, really deep, it would like there were a couple times I was holding onto my water shoes with my big toe, trying to pull it out of the muck and stuff. It was yeah, it was rough. And yeah, trout are super skittish. I don't know why we didn't see more that day. It might have just been, it was kind of a sunny, warm day, and it was in the summer, in the later part of the summer. I think the trout, since they really, really like the cold water, they might have already been like moving out. I'm a little surprised we didn't catch any creek chubs. They kind of, late in the summer, I think creek chubs kind of move into trout territory when the rivers get warm. So I'm not sure why we didn't, but that just means that we have to try it again. Look forward to that. So yeah, it was a yucky mucky bottom. Yeah, it was. What about going into competition casting events? Oh no, absolutely not, because I am not a very good fisherman. I really enjoy it, but I am not good at it. Not at all. So I'm going to say if, because kind of given up on the being confident. But if our farm sells, maybe one of the things that I do with the proceeds, apart from, paying off debt, I might splurge and get a kayak. I would really like to get like an Old Town fishing kayak and take it on some rivers. But also there's a few lakes around here that I'd love to have just a little kayak to go fishing, so I don't have to always go from the shore. So I think having a little fishing kayak would be fun. And I think Neil has a fishing kayak as well. Maybe it's not. Neil, you have a kayak or two. Are they fishing kayaks or not? Because I mean, I do want to get one specifically, one of the fishing kayaks, like an Old Town fishing kayak. Scott, you are not wrong. A bad day fishing with your son-in-law is better than the best day at work. Yes, absolutely. And I didn't have the chest cam yet. Like I had a camera, but I didn't have a chest strap yet. The next time we go fishing like that, I'll have a GoPro on a chest strap so I can actually, maybe get some good, even if it's not for YouTube, just some fun videos to have of the fishing trip. So yeah, I really do want to get a fishing kayak though, because it would get me in some places that you just can't go. Like right now, I'm just a shore fisherman, and you just can't get all the places when you can only go to like boat launches and stuff. So anyway, yeah, I got a bunch of text messages. All right. All going good. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I mean, I printed some fun stuff on the 3D printer over the past couple weeks, but my granddaughter, she either took them or they're downstairs in her toy stuff. There's this cool, like if you look on you can get it's like a knitted, it looks knitted, like there's a texture that you can put on the outside of 3D model like animals, and it looks like they're knitted or crocheted animals, but it's like hard plastic printed. It's kind of cool. I like the texture that you can put to it. So I printed some of those. Yeah, I haven't really done any other cool projects apart from, like I said, the little Rufus, turn off the office lights. Oh, come on. Why didn't you recognize it? Rufus. Hey, how come you don't understand me anymore? Rufus. Is it my braces? Are you mocking me? Rufus. Oh, that's really bizarre. Just won't work. Unplug it and plug it back in. A little bit put out that it didn't work. Rufus. It's still not working. Rufus. Hey, you worked a little bit ago. Rufus, turn off the office lights. Yeah, see, so maybe I'm not going to package these up and sell it. Hey, Rufus, turn off the office light. Oh, I've never seen you flash red before. Okay, something's wrong with Rufus. Yeah. Rufus, apply green hair dye. Yeah. I don't know why he's not working. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's a fun project though. One of the things that so another thing I'm going to do is if you buy a Grandstream FXP, what the Grandstream phone adapter that will allow you to use an old time analog phone and connect it to a SIP connection using like the Ethernet, and basically you just pick it up and it instantly dials your Home Assistant server, and so you pick it up and say, please turn off the lights, and it will like turn off the lights. And you can also, now they have notifications where instead of just notifying verbally, they'll make the phone ring, and when you answer it, they'll tell you the notification. I just think that's kind of a fun throwback way to be interactive with your house. So yeah, that's just cool. Hold on, I gotta. Yeah, Rufus is mad at me, and I don't know why. Because like the light changes when he recognizes the name. Hey, Rufus, turn off the office lights. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the red light. He's not supposed to do that. I don't know what the red light means. Like it turns darker blue when he listens, but then something happened. Let's see. ESP home. Nice. Okay. Assist satellite. Rufus. Yeah, I don't know. He's not working right. Rufus, turn off the office light. Oh. There he worked. I have no idea what the red light was all about. What is this called? So this is just a USB battery, first of all. And then this is an an Atom. Hold on. It's an Echo. It's an ESP32 device, but it's an Echo Atom M5, and it's a super tiny ESP32 based thing, and you can flash it, and it has a built-in microphone, like a big whatever the something field, large field, wide field, I don't know, some kind of microphone, and it has a ridiculously tiny speaker inside that you can't even barely hear it. But yeah, it has the light, and it normally works better than it has been. I don't know why it is working all wonky now. Hey, Rufus. Oh, Rufus. Rufus. Turn on the office lights. Oh, yeah, the red light. He stopped listening. Rufus, turn on the office lights. Rufus, turn on the office lights. I just had to be grumpy about it, apparently. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. Rufus, what time is it? Rufus. Rufus, what time is it? Wow, it's really bizarre that it doesn't work well. Rufus, what time is it, you jerkhole? Rufus, what time is it?
3:37 p.m.
I don't know if that came through at all, but I've never had to yell at him before. The one thing he was really good at when I tried it is he recognized his name really well. I don't know what the deal is now, but I blame Canada. Just kidding. Let's see. I missed a bunch of stuff. The clock change is a pain, but a good time to replace the batteries and the smoke detectors. Yes, that's kind of the. Is that a thing everywhere, or is it just here in the U.S. where it's kind of like the thing you do, right? On daylight saving time when it starts and stops, like, yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but generally it's a good time of the year to change the batteries in your smoke detectors and CO2 detectors or combo units or whatever. I do love that we've kind of piggybacked on the daylight saving change to do something that's actually worthwhile, and unlike daylight saving time, but nonetheless. I had a plain old telephone system to VoIP adapter for Skype. Yeah, I've had some for a while. So samples and tests. I had one of them. I had one for Skype. In fact, we had a device that we did for distance learning when I worked at a school district. We had these remote Skype units. They looked like I don't know. They kind of looked like an Echo Show or whatever, like with the screen on it and a camera. But they only did Skype, and we bought like half a dozen of them for when a kid was homebound for whatever reason. They would have that Skype unit at their house, and then there would be one in the classroom, and they would participate that way. This is long before distant, like remote learning was a thing. We were kind of revolutionary in that when we were doing that, but it worked fairly well for Skype. And then I had a handheld phone. I wish I still. Oh, I lost it in the house fire, I'm sure. But it was a handheld phone. It looked like a cell phone or a cordless like phone that you'd have in the house, but it had Wi-Fi, and it connected to the Skype out or whatever. Like it would ring the Skype number, and if I called somebody on it, it would call via Skype. Via phone lines, not like to another Skype user. I'm sure I could call another Skype user, but it was, designed to be that bridge with the phone system. And then I had one. I actually do have this device, but I don't think it works anymore. You could use this little device. It was like an OBI something, and it would connect to Google Voice. So you would just log in with your Google account, and then it had an FXS or FXP, whatever the plain old telephone system analog line is, and you would be able to use it as your Google Voice phone, but you just use an analog phone. You'd pick up and you get a dial tone that the device would create, and then you dial and it would connect via Google Voice, and it was just like a home phone. I actually used it as a fax machine. I connected it to my fax machine, and that was my fax line, was my Google, and it actually worked. I mean, it didn't guarantee, like the device specifically said, it can't guarantee that it'll work with fax, but it did. It worked really well as a fax line. And now I don't know I don't think those work anymore, but With Home Assistant, you can get a Grand Stream, whatever they're like 101 or something. I don't remember the model number, but basically it's a SIP gateway, which obviously is a real protocol, not like a weird Google Voice or Skype thing. But it uses SIP, but it will automatically dial on analog pickup. Like it's one of the settings on the GrandStream device. You can, as soon as you pick up the receiver, it will auto dial, and you can have it auto dial to your internal network, and then Home Assistant will answer, and it'll be in like listening mode, so you can command it. And then, like I said, you can call the other way too. Home Assistant will call to the local network, the SIP port, and you can use it for notifications or stuff like that. So that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I heard it changing it. Maybe I should change Rufus's name to Jerkhole, because it worked amazingly well. And I think the processing is done locally. Let's see. Processing is done. Wake word engine in Home Assistant. I wonder if I can do it on device. There. If I change it to on device. Rufus. Hey, Jerkhole. It just doesn't want to do anything. And it's connected. Whoa. Now the light has changed, and I don't know why. The light just completely changed. Rufus, what's wrong, buddy? Yeah, this is not terribly exciting, so I just unplugged the poor guy. Anyway, just be able to use my Google Voice with an adapter, but I think Google restricted. Yes, samples and test. I think so as well. Because yeah, I had, like I said, it was in like an OBI 101 or something like that, and it worked really well for a number of years. And you know, I used it as my fax number. And yeah, it did work, and it worked reliably. Like, I mean, it was really reliable for incoming and outgoing calls. But yeah, I think Google changed their API or what they allow devices to do, because that device isn't for sale anymore. And I haven't tried plugging it in, but I have my doubt. I just don't think it'll do anything now. I do have like an old phone that I installed Google Voice, the app on. Like it's an old phone with no service, but it connects via Wi-Fi, and that works just fine as a Google Voice phone. You know, so it has Wi-Fi. So as long as I'm near Wi-Fi, I can I can send and receive calls. I have to use the Google Voice app, but you know, it has a dialer and everything. So, and that's an old iPhone. Probably an Android device, you could change your dialer, because in Android you can change your actual dialing program, and you could probably change it to Google Voice, so like it would work a little more. It would be a little more integrated, because I think with Android too, you can change your text messaging app, because same thing, like you can send and receive text via the Google Voice app, but you have to do it all within that app on an iPhone. So anyway, notice some USB batteries shut off if there's low power. You know what? Yeah, I wonder, it's just a cheap little battery. Maybe it doesn't have enough juice to do all the things. You plug it into an actual, here, plug him into this. I don't know why his light is pink now. That's not, it's supposed to be blue. I wonder if, Rufus. Yeah, I don't know. Let me change wake word engine location. Maybe that was it. In Home Assistant. Rufus, how you doing, buddy? Oh yeah, it recognized it right away.
Sorry, I couldn't understand that.
So yeah, Rufus, what time is it? Rufus. Oh no, now he's not doing it again. Rufus, what time is it? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Rufus. Why don't you listen to me? I do really want to put some googly eyes on that, though. So, like, he has a blue smiley face. I really think that would make him more fun. That's a button, but I don't have the button. Like, it's a, oh, it doesn't click, but it's a button that you can assign a task, I think. I just haven't assigned him any task. Rufus. Rufus. Oh, now you listen.
Sorry, I couldn't understand that.
Yeah, I'm sure you couldn't understand that. Anyway, I have the Google Voice app on my iPhone. Use the number to avoid. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, and I don't. Maybe I have it on my actual like regular phone, but I just had it on an old phone that didn't really have any service, but it works with just Wi-Fi, which is nice. So yeah, I don't remember what I was. So there's a Nerdlings number. There's like an actual number. Like if you wanted to call my actual business here, let's see, what's the number? 231 487 2162. That is the number to Nerdlings. And yeah, it I think it's active. Yeah. I haven't. Oh, there's even messages here. I haven't checked. Oh, suspected spam. Oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the president? Wow. Wait, why don't I have a number anymore? It says receiving calls. It also says to call and text, get a Google Voice number. I have a Google Voice number, though. I mean, I thought I did. Well, now I feel like I should try to call somebody. Here, I'll try to call myself. I'm not going to say the number out loud because it's like my actual phone number. Oh, yeah. Well, let me. Oh, no. I lost the number? Oh, no. Apparently, I lost the number. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, dear. Yeah. I'm not happy. Oh, boy. I wonder if... Hold on. I'll try to... I'm sorry. I'm panicking now because, like, my number is gone. So... Oh, it's available. Oh my goodness. Glad we had this talk, y'all. Because thanks to this call, I claimed my number again. Let's see, please type in this number. Wow. Okay. Well, hey. Now we, yeah, I have that number again. I'm, really scared or really surprised it went away. Okay, sorry. Thanks for standing by. Yeah. So now that number should work now. If you tried and it didn't work, it should work now. Yikes. $2,400. No, it actually worked, which was nice. Yeah. It was unclaimed. It was just sitting out there. So, oof. I'm surprised that happened. That's so weird. But yeah. Oh, I bet. Do I have like a voicemail now? Because I had like voicemail all set up for it. But apparently I got nothing now. Oh. Well, I never. No. Where's my voicemail? Oh, yeah, it's still there. Thank you for calling nerdlings.net. Please leave a phone number that we can use to reach you and also the reason for your call. Talk to you soon. There you go. Yeah, it's still there, apparently. So, yeah. I'll have to look and see because I don't necessarily want it all forwarded to my phone. Wow. Okay, anyway, yeah. Glad we had this talk because that freaked me out a little bit. So, yeah, apparently a lot of services are getting closed. Oh, like the VA. Okay, yeah. Not cool, but yeah. Oh, I, Shane, I never have done any sort of voiceover work for. I mean, I speak into a microphone for a living, but no, I haven't done voicemail stuff. I wish I was famous enough to like do those things though. Like, so a friend of mine was at a conference, and one of the main guys who does movie trailer previews or like does the voice for like movie trailers, like in a world, like that guy. It's like an actual guy. He made a voicemail message for my friend, which is just cool. So like if you call him, he's like, in a world where you're trying to get a hold of Matt, please leave a number after the tone. Something like that. But I have nothing cool like that. If you want me to have a voicemail for you, just send me text. I'll record it for you. I'll send it your way. Oh goodness. I guess we're getting close to the end, and I believe we are celebrating a birthday tonight. Our exchange daughter is getting older this week, but she works this week, so we're just gonna do a family dinner. Hey, just subscribed on YouTube. Well, thanks. Hey, it's funny too. So I don't know that this person is necessarily watching the live stream. They just like happened to hit subscribe while we were live. So that's always fun. Let's see, 5:30. Oh, hold on. They're saying like they're making plans for that dinner I just talked about. Let's see. Mom gets out of work around 5:30, so we'll be late. Also, let us know what to bring ski. All right. Yeah, almost an hour gone already. Shane, yeah, hey, I really will, man. I'll be happy to. I got good microphones, man. One of my employees who is a scenic painter did several local, statewide, regional voiceovers. She did Regions Bank, and several other radio ads. Just get in touch with the voice agent. I might have to. So I have a friend. She's been a friend since long before she was kind of famous, but she's her name is Kate Baker, Anna E. Dream online some places. She is the voice of what is the Clark's World? Do we know? Is that I think that's what it is. I think it's Clark's World. Is it still around? Clark's World. Yeah, Clark's World magazine. I think she's still there. The podcasts. Let's see. Cover art, nonfiction. Yeah, whatever the audio portions of it. Oh yeah, read by Kate Baker still. Okay, so yeah. That's from 2014. Ooh. Anyway, she's a friend of mine, and she did this voiceover work for me. So before we go, we got 5 minutes, right? I have to find the video of the voiceover work that she did for me. Again, this was before she was the voice of Clark's World or anything like that. She was just a good friend. And come on, Sean, how do I get to my unlisted YouTube videos? All right. Dashboard. Yeah. Content. Yeah. Let's see if I look for Scott. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, it's unlisted, but I'm gonna copy. Okay, so real quick, does anybody remember when Tom Cruise did these interviews where he was just like bonkers town crazy sauce? He was just like look at the camera and laugh for no reason really hard, and there was like a lamp or a fire or something in the background. Anyway, I did a review of a Scotty Vest jacket, which it was a great jacket, by the way. I did a review and for Linux Journal, and Kate agreed to do voiceover work for me. And so, yeah, here I'll paste the link in because it's a ridiculous video. It's unlisted on YouTube, so you can't like search for it, but it's there. Yeah, it's a spoof of Tom Cruise's interviews where he just like would laugh for no reason really hard. It was super awkward. But I just kind of worked that in. But anyway, yeah, the voice, the professional sounding voice on there is Kate Baker, who's just been a friend for a long time. I think she works with the Science Fiction Writers Association, SIFWA or whatever. She's like on the board there or something too. She's much more cool and famous than I am. But anyway, there you go. You can watch that video. Enjoy that. And I guess it's about time to wrap up. So hold on, I missed some stuff. Mason. I was gonna say, I didn't know you were here, Mason, but yeah, you missed most of the hour. That's okay. That's all right. After the stream, you should go change your tire before it gets dark. Yes, you should. Samples and test. If your tire needs to be changed. If you're just doing it for fun, I assure you there are much more fun things to do than changing a tire. Yeah, daylight saving time. I just can't stand it, but it's fine. Let's see. Is that when he was jumping on the sofa with Oprah? Light Moose, I don't think so. I don't remember. It's been so long. I mean, we're talking. Let's see. What is the date on that video? It's an old video. Why don't I see a date? I don't see the date. Let's see.
Hi.
Oh, it is 1 year ago. That's because it was on the Linux Journal channel. So we're probably looking at like 17 years ago. And I just don't remember the gist of it. So the Linux Journal YouTube channel sadly got deleted. Scott, like you were saying that companies were deleting stuff for inactivity or whatever. For some reason, in one of the sales, one of the transfer of intellectual property from one company that bought Linux Journal to the next after Linux Journal went out of business and then it was bought and all that stuff. During one of the transitions, the credentials to the YouTube channel were lost and possibly that account was deleted or something. And the entire YouTube channel of Linux Journal that we put all those years and all those hundreds and hundreds of videos into just disappeared and was deleted and is not even there to get back. So it's really sad. But I like this Scotty Vest review. Obviously I made the video, so I had one of the originals, so I just uploaded that same video. And it's not even hinky because the way the contract with Linux Journal worked, I still had rights to everything I made for them. So that's kind of cool, but nonetheless. Anyway, hopefully get it next week at night time. Yeah, and I don't know when y'all change over there. It's probably not the same time that we do, but nonetheless. Samples and test tire change are not fun. I put the donut on Friday. Ugh, yeah. Yeah, and I don't remember where you are, samples and tests, but here it is so cold that changing tires in this weather is not fun at all. So anyway, it's about time. Hey, everybody, thanks for playing along. Let's see if Rufus. Hey, Rufus. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, see, Rufus says goodbye. Oh, anyway, talk to everybody later. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing everybody online and other places and stuff. So, bye. Now, I don't know how to end the stream on this one. There, end stream. Yes, I'm really sure. Okay. Bye, everybody.